Hi everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and I'm coming with you with May favorites, all the stuff that I did in May that was fantastic, and some of it that was a little rough. May was my Tower month. I pulled the Tower card for May in my year tarot reading, so that definitely happened. It did. So get ready for some fun things. I've got some channels to talk about. I've got some art to talk about. I got some books to talk about. I got baby goats to talk about and show you, of course. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I really wanted to talk about is my art. I'm really proud of the things that I do. My sculpting is how I make my living out here. And by the way, any videos that I talk about, any books that I talk about, anything like that is all going to be linked down in the description. So be sure to check out the description for links to anything that you are looking for. Anyways, so art is how I make my living, and I take classes from other people to help support them and everything else. But honestly, I learned so much from other sculptors. I really, 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 really do. And I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I did manage to make during those classes that I took. And in total for May, I made 32 pieces. How fantastic is that? Most of them were in my Facebook group, The Mystic Bazaar. Again, links are going to be down in the description. And I do have stuff up on my website if you want to go check it out. Again, link will be in the description. Anyways, so what I made, I'm going to show you what I made. Oh my gosh, this guy is killing me, okay? His name's Murphy, and he will hold your pens or your paintbrushes or your wands or whatever. Look at him, isn't he fantastic? He's Murphy the Mushy Murphy. He likes eating mushrooms, and you can tell because they're growing on him. He's got some psoriasis going on here. I hand painted him, I hand sculpted him, all that stuff, and I love his little tongue. But yeah, so he's fantastic. I'm going to keep him in my little area because I just love having him. I'm probably going to make some more, and I'll put them up probably on my website in the future. It's not going to be like super soon, but it will be done in the future. So that's Murphy. And then the other guy I wanted to show you is Divot. Oh my gosh. And Divot is my gnome doll. He's right here, guys. Look at him. Oh my gosh. So Divot, let's see, he's about the size of a water bottle, okay? Like a water you might buy at the store kind of water bottle. Look at him. Look at this dude. Isn't he fantastic? And of course, he's posable in his arms and his legs. I hand did his clothes, and I hand did his beard to his face. And I hand sculpted his head, and it moves around like it's attached, but you can move it around up and down and all sorts of stuff. And then I did his hat too, and I love his hat. I just love him so much. And he's wearing these cute little overalls. Isn't he adorable? Anyway, so Divot loves to tell gnome jokes for honey. So he's from the wispy forest, and that's what he's come to the human world to do, is tell jokes for honey. He is not currently up for adoption, but I will make sure that I do a community tab if I put him up for adoption anytime soon. And yeah, so I know he will go up for adoption. It's just I have to be willing to part with him, and I love him so much. He's a cutie, and he makes me smile. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. Okay, sorry. Oh, there, stay. And of course, Ellie's hanging out on my shelf back here. She is my house brownie, and I did some cleaning in my fairy den. That's where I am, is in my fairy den. I'm right in front of where I keep my tarot cards and my fairy books. And I redid all of that so that it all looks kind of nice, and I can kind of find the stuff that I'm looking for. So I'm really happy about that. And Ellie, she wanted to come say hi, and she wanted to hang out in here with all my tarot cards, so I brought her with me. And then goats. Baby goats happen, guys. Baby goats happen, and I'm getting ready to insert some video right here. So these little guys are absolutely adorable. All of them were born within a couple days of each other. I have pygmy fainting goats, and it's their second batch of babies because they had babies last year, but they only had one baby each. Anyways, we bred the girls, Oreo, Pixie, and Gertie. Pixie had her babies first, and she had a boy and a girl. The girl is spoken for. Well, I don't know if that girl specifically is spoken for, but we ended up with 3 girls and a boy. The boy and the girl, the first boy and the girl is Pixie's. The boy we're weathering him and probably going to put him in with our other male. And we're withering him on purpose because the billy goat we haven't clipped yet. And we probably won't because we're going to continue breeding him with our girls. But he needs somebody to play with because he's not going to be put back in with the girls pin until November to mate. Anyway, so, and then Miss Gertie, she had 2 little girls that are super sweet, and Oriole's not ready yet. She's going to be a couple of months, but aren't these guys just adorable? And of course, then we had to fix the chicken coop. The chickens and the goats were all in the same area, which was a mess. So as soon as it got nice enough out, we went ahead and built a second section on our goat barn just for the chickens. And then we had to lay like these broken pieces of fencing along it to keep the rain from going out. So that's what you're seeing here is me putting up a bunch of broken pickets to help keep my chickens from getting wet. And then I lost my Starlink connection, my internet, with a hailstorm. Giant hail balls that were like the size of a quarter just damaged the crap out of my Starlink. I love Starlink because I live out in the middle of nowhere, and Starlink's about the only way that I have a good internet connection and can do uploads. So they ended up sending me one for free because I had the original version of Starlink like way back that we bought a couple years ago. And so they sent it to me free. If it gets damaged again, I'll have to pay the $600 for it. So I'm hoping that we don't have any more extra hailstorms. It has really been a tower month for me. I pulled the tower card from my yearly card, and it has definitely been showing up in my life this month. Taking out the internet was probably a big, huge drawback for me, and something that really just changed part of how I do things out here. And so I'm glad it's back, but there are some things I'm also going to be changing to better equip myself for if the internet goes out again, so that I'm not left high and dry and stranded. Anyways, and I'm in Don Michelle's Weavers group, so I got done working with 10 different decks in May, which I will do a separate video for if you want to see all those. And then I did journaling with those, but I'm not prepared to show you those journals. That will also be in a separate video. And I did do some reading with the Weavers Club with Don Michelle because the theme this month was, it was Once Upon a Time. So it was talking about like, you know, the fairy tales and stuff like that. So reading, everybody was talking about reading in the group, and I picked this book, Uprooted by Naomi Novak. It is a great book. It has a lot of fairy tale stuff in it, from, you know, the towers to the princesses to dragon stuff to the forest, but not in the way you would think. Like, she took all of these elements and kind of twisted them into one story and brought about this whole new mixture of storytelling, and it was really fabulous. The only downside I had with this book, like, it really did engage me for the most part. The only downside is I felt like the ending kind of dragged on, and I found myself skipping in certain places. But otherwise, I mean, the book is well told. The story has a great arc. There's some really good characters in it, and I really enjoyed reading it. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was a couple of the YouTube stuff I've been doing. So I found another lady on YouTube who does some tarot things. She did some stuff with some negative tarot cards that I really enjoyed, and I did share it on my community tab, but I want to reiterate that I found this new channel. And the channel name is Second Thoughts About the Mission channel. And go check out her channel. It really is cute. I don't think she has very many followers. She's a newer channel. And then I went ahead and connected with the Fae. The sun's coming out. I went ahead and connected with the Fae this month on my prairie. And I have a video that I did a couple days ago, or a week ago or so, where I showed you how I connected with nature and stuff like that. So connecting with the Fae on the prairie is different because it's not like I can go out into some known Fae area, because that's not as prevalent here where I live. So instead, I work off this idea of like a fair energy exchange, okay? So in that fair energy exchange is this idea that if I want to work and have a working relationship with the Fae, I'm asking them to acknowledge me as a person, me and my energy, which means that that fair energy exchange, I have to acknowledge them. I have to become aware of them and be willing to make that acknowledgement as well. So I may not see them, but my acknowledgement of the nature that they take care of the way that things work out here, is my fair energy exchange in order to build that relationship. So that's what I did, and I had a really good time doing it, and I really like how all of the flowers grow out here despite the fact that it's like high desert area. And then I've been doing hair magic, right? Hair energy. And I've been washing my hair with the new and full moon, and I've been enjoying it. I love the way my hair feels and looks so far. It's still working out the kinks. Like I told you guys, it was a little wild there for a little bit, and don't get me wrong, it still gets a little wild, and I'm really working on all my wild stuff still. Totally there. But it's getting used to how I'm starting to wash it now, and it feels really healthy, and I'm going to continue on, and I want to get it to the point where I can go a whole month without washing my hair and see how it goes. But we'll see how it goes when it gets there. And because I was into like, looking at some hair magic and stuff like that, I do follow MintFaery, and she did a elflocks video recently about hair and rededicating herself to the Fae, which was absolutely brilliant. Okay, it was brilliant. So anyways, that's what I did for May. Lots of different things going on, lots of stuff in my life that's kind of just everywhere, and the spring has just been filled with all sorts of newness and wonder, and I'm really happy that there isn't any snow. Like I can't even tell you how happy I am that there isn't any snow. So I am looking forward to summertime antics and summertime videos, and I will get more videos up for you guys soon. I hope you guys have a very great day.